let's see. Uriarte will be late on the brakes here. Close up on that leading trio.
So up into 8th place as well, just off the back of the leading group then. So a lot of the riders who maybe had a...
Pushin, he comes alongside, it's side by side, Uriarte and Pushin now. As there he comes out of the corner. The leading trio still have the advantage. Marco Morelli over, but it's not green there.
A little bit left in the tank come after the end of free practice and qualifying. With a lot, but
just 8 laps remaining. We've gone past half distance, so that doesn't matter. Marco Morelli has the advantage. Chianda for the man.
And here today, as we see Morelli now moved up into 3rd.
Yeah, I mean he's Morelli.
Well, this leading group now has become about 17 riders worth. The only
finished second who did all the leading yesterday is in 2nd place.
These 3 absolutely.
He's a guy who you always think could win any weekend, but it just doesn't come together for him. Maybe this is...
The riders not in it, Armand and Yane and Danish at the moment then. Drilling it now, Peter. They are over a 1/10 of a second quicker, maybe even 2/10 or 3. Morelli's becoming a bit of an enigma, isn't he? On his day, he is quicker than absolutely everybody in this, so it's in a massive leading group compared to the sort of lap times they were putting in qualifying and thing ahead of everybody else that last lap around, and that is making the difference. We're on board with Uriarte field by a little bit of a margin, to be honest.
Well, that's right. We saw that at Aston last year.
Exactly.
But, you know, one weekend.
So this is sort of lap times that we were seeing in free practice too, actually, Peter. Well, leading what's now really the chasers. We're looking at Semitani, the Japanese rider, just behind us, inspired by Kevin.
Doesn't make a championship, does it?
No, but what is there's no doubt in his talent, but he's got to keep that consistent.
Worn tyres.
Exactly.
Yeah, with the worn tyres which they use for practices, free practices.
Qualified once, that's why he runs the number 34. But look out front, Ramadipa now into the lead ahead of Mississippi. Can he do it today, Mr. No Plan B?
Right, down the waterfall again. It is Brian Uriarte that
a 1:28.0 from car pushing. So yes, the tyres, Morelli and Benyat Fernandez.
But Brian Uriarte is not letting them go. Look, he's there in 4th place. He's closing leads. Carpushin in 2nd base. Marco Morelli in 3rd. Is it Gonzalez up the inside?
Distinctly a bit more worn now.
Yes, indeed. Okay, there he's talking of Carpushin, the pole man. There he is. And he's going to lock on to the rear of the number 7, Benyat Fernandez in 3rd as they go down the hill. And he has to back out of it, but Carpushin takes the lead.
And you were absolutely right in terms of confidence.
Is heading the pack, and Brian Uriarte in 2nd place. And
Ramadipa's lead was short-lived, but Morelli took him straight back. He's saying, no, I need to lead this race. I've got to Ramadipa, who of course got that 2nd place yesterday, up there in the leading group. And
you know, it may well be that we've just got to pause, calm and nerves
at a pace. I don't want to get overtaken in towards turn 1. You're following me, but Morelli's smart. He knows he just needs to get out dry today. He's carried through. He knows he can do it now, and off he goes. That was Danish there. He is
a little bit, and wait to see how it unfolds at the end of the race. Oh, down the waterfall. Marco Morelli takes into
out front and absolutely go for it. None of this tap in the rear seat unit rubbish.
That's right. But he's
well, with Uriarte getting bullied about at the moment, that is certainly helping things in his
3rd place there. Picks up the slipstream. Brian Uriarte around the outside. Whoa! He qualified 15th. He was on the 5th row of the grid. So, you know, if his pace is quicker or
his favour, he's back in the live cup standings in the lead at the moment.
Right, okay, so Carpushin.
Goodness me.
You can't name me, calm your nerves. Benyat Fernandez on than he was running in qualifying. Maybe the bike isn't really set up to do this, but he's a bright wire now, has a bit of a break. He is ahead of the 32 of Chianda Ramadipa. And the number 7 sweeps up the inside, briefly takes the lead, but well, who's in Philly rider, and he'll make the best of the situation, certainly. There's the 51 of Brian Uriarte. He'll be late on yesterday's winner. Then it is the 11 with the yellow helmet of Gonzalez. I can't tell you who's in front. Right, it is still number 7, Benyat Fernandez.
Goodness me, just there was a variety.
The brakes at the bottom there. He goes from 4th to 3rd.
Perfect line choice from the 9th.
He's in 3rd place. Uriarte pushed back to 4th with the orange
lines there, wasn't there? I mean, this is the case that we're seeing now, Peter, is riders not wanting to lead potentially. I mean, T5 and Morelli there guarding his line well and truly, not sacrificing his run through the penultimate turn.
Helmet.
Got a look at that then, Ramadipa in second place, where he finished yesterday. He's got Karpush. It's getting very messy now. It's as if a lot of them, they don't really want to lead coming down the start and finish straight. They want to be the ones into this final corner they come. Going to get a big drive up the hill. Mitani goes neck and neck with Ramadipa ahead of him. This is a cracking race. Karpushin from pole, really showing us what he can do here in the drive. Doing the dive bombing, not the ones getting dive bomb, and it was Ramadipa doing the biggest dive bomb of them all. But it's going to be Morelli who goes there. They nearly come to blows out of the final corner. 4 laps to go, Peter. This is where it went today.
Absolutely superb stuff, isn't it? And Marco has gone back to 7th place.
Through the front, and that is Guillaume Plump going wide, getting all crossed up. It's Morelli really changes. They fan and weave across the start and finish straight in towards turn 1.
Bennett Fernandez was up to 5th, but look at that, 3 abreast and up the inside.
Leading the way from Ramadipa in 2nd place now. That is why then they don't want to be the one. This Riarte goes up the inside. He just makes it stick.
And we were saying, just talking about it with Bennett Fernandez, but of course it really isn't an overtaking opportunity into the left.
Getting dive bombed into turn 1, so we are seeing more silly sort of antics in the penultimate corners.
There's another saying, could Mitani do what he did yesterday when he finished 5th after coming off the fender, climbing the hill now, go across the top, sweeping through there all the way in 4th place. You know, I think we haven't talked too much about. I think it's back in 11th place. It's the 54 Veda Pratama back at the grid when he's already up into 4th place briefly, back to 5th just now.
Oh, big moment for Benyat for
4th gear. They flick it into 5th as they go downhill, and the 32 takes the lead. And I can just imagine he is the sort of guy who's sitting there in the middle of the pack, not wanting to do anything too tricky.
Fernandez then, as Marco Morelli comes up at the inside there, we got Uriarte looking back from takes the lead at the waterfall. That is extremely impressive. Not many people can say that in their category.
I'm going to wait to see how things unfold.
Carlo Thompson's another one of those riders, I reckon, Peter. He was in 2nd place, no, in the lead actually now is Uriarte. So there you go. He wasn't letting them get away. Here he is.
No, indeed. Superb stuff. He looked absolutely super confident doing it, didn't he?
8th crossing the line, but found himself way up front after that. Goodness me. He's back in front, in charge, in command here in Rookies Cup Race 2.
Yeah, and you know, the way it is, Ramadipa yesterday, it's 2nd place man in...
Oh no, who was that? It wasn't Plonk going wide, it was somebody else then.
Yesterday was just so superb. He sat there right on the tail with the confidence now in the lead.
And look at the size of this group then, Peter, then. As they cross the line, how many will... Could have been Singapore, actually. He's down into 7th place now. I think it was. It was Mike Hugh, unfortunately.
And so that he said that he knew that he could win the race from Kiande Ramadipa.